What is going on, everyone? Thanks for joining me. I'm going to be teaching you other driven entrepreneurs and busy professionals today how you can build your best physique by gaining lean muscle and getting stronger, all in a way that works within your demanding business and career pursuits, of which you're currently crushing it at. All right, and I understand the struggles you're having with building your physique, while balancing it with your business and career, right? Which is probably your top priority right now is your business or your career. Okay, the reason I understand is because I've had to overcome the challenges myself and I've helped others to overcome them, right? So, like, here's where you're at, right? You have limited time with a busy schedule. Your demanding business and career pursuits leave you with low energy and maybe even burned out, both of which I've experienced. And you want to make sure that, given that how limited your time and energy is, it's very valuable. And you want to use your time and energy wisely. You don't want to waste it in the gym, training, and following a nutrition plan if you're not going to get the results you want, if it's for nothing, right? You want to make sure you achieve the results you want if you're going to use your time and energy that way. Well, friends, these can all be overcome. You can make gains towards your best physique training only 3 times a week for no longer than an hour per workout, sometimes even twice a week. If you can find the willpower to push yourself to train around your demanding work days when you feel tired and exhausted legitimately, what's going to happen though is it's going to leave you feeling more energized and help you manage your stresses better. Okay. And it's just going to seem like when you're doing this, when you're training and pushing yourself, despite being tired and exhausted, you're going to feel like you're finding more time in the day because when you're making time for training, you're making more time for everything because you're being more productive and you're operating at a better bandwidth for everything that you do, guys. All right. And with these things that you do with training and nutrition and lifestyle, which I'm going to go over and teach you about in this video, so stay tuned. If you do these things, you're going to get a result beyond worth the limited time and energy you invest to achieve it, okay? In other words, it will be worth it, and you are missing out if you are not putting in work to achieve your best physique, okay? Because fitness and training can help set the tone for all you work to achieve. So here goes. Let's get into this, guys. So I'm going to start off and give you some reason and some evidence that this is even worth your time to watch, all right? We have case studies. First, we have Ben. He was skinny when he first started with me, very skinny, and he made some great gains in a short amount of time of working with me, all right? He gained muscle with minimal fat, and then he also gained with just fluid and glycogen in order for him to be fueling his training, all right? He got stronger on all his lifts. It was only 3 days a week of workouts he was doing, all right? And it felt great for him when his wife noticed with his lat muscles coming in. And it was just a great feeling for him, all right? It helped with his sleep schedule as well. He had a great result, guys. And this is not a typical result. Most of you are not going to be, gaining 10 plus pounds in a few months. But he was very skinny, so he put in the work as well. He worked extremely hard. Okay, next we have Martha, who she's I think she's more than 6 months in now, and she's up 15 pounds from when she started. That's a very good result here. All right, she was skinny when she started and didn't have a lot of experience with weight, so she was fairly weak. But she got stronger in all her lifts. She continues to get stronger and continues to gain size. And she's a business owner. She's real good with IT. She's been in IT for ages. She's a business owner in the IT field. All right. And she balances all this with keeping up with the meals, with eating more, which is helping her feel better and more energy. She's balancing this around having a business, guys. All right. If these two can do it, and you can do it too. All right, next case study is Randy's. Okay, so you see here, he had a little bit of a different goal than the first two, who are all about gaining muscle and size. So Randy's is healthy, isn't in bad shape in the first picture, but he wanted to be getting a little tighter and do it in a way that's going to work within his schedule. Okay, so I got him on a program. He's 3 days a week he's doing is all it is, and it balances beautifully around his work schedule. And you can see already in about 1.5 months. He's adding muscle in the right areas with the chest and the shoulders and the arms. His abs are coming in better, and he's gotten leaner and tighter. Okay, he's gotten both leaner and tighter and added muscle. All right, and he's enjoying the foods he's eating while doing this too, guys. Next case study is with Matisse, and similar case kind of study with the goals he had as Randy's. He Same kind of results. He's gaining some muscle tone while getting leaner at the same time, and this is about a month in now. Okay, again, only 3 workouts a week, and he's an interesting case because he's in the online business world as well, guys, and his work schedule is not like a typical 9 to 5 type schedule. He has days he's working in the wee hours of the night and in the morning. Then a couple days later in the week, he's working more regular 9 to 5. All right, so I had to write his workout and his nutrition protocols in a way to give him guidance how he can be following those things despite his kind of crazy work arrangement he has. All right, he's still crushing it, guys. All right, he's still crushing it. Again, only 3 days a week as well, and eating foods that he enjoys. Last case study, or second to last case study technically, is Katerina. All right, she was again a novice to working out. A lot had to go in with teaching her the proper exercise form, having her film things for me so I can review them with her exercise technique, and giving her guidance how to do them. Continued guidance, guys, which I'm very proactive, making sure you guys learn things the right way and such, and that you have great access to me to do this and learn. All right. And she's only on 2 workouts per week, only 2 days a week working out. Same thing with Martha, actually, only 2 days a week. All right. So Katerina's only 2 days a week. She's a novice, and she's able to do this without, just in an online arrangement, online coaching arrangement, without having someone to hold her hand in the gym. And she's again, she's did awesome. Okay, guys. Now, I said it was the second to last case study, the one before. This is the first case study. I am my first case study. I haven't introduced myself yet. My name is Nick Venuto, in case you do not know me yet, okay? And I am my first case study. I've been lifting for 15 years, and I've been a coach and a certified strength and conditioning specialist over 6.5 years now, all right? And I just want to briefly tell you about myself for you to get to know me a little, and to show you further proof of how you can achieve your best physique despite the struggles you are having. All right, because I've been through them myself, as have those who I've helped. And I'm sharing this with you to encourage you and to inspire you and to motivate you, all right? Okay, first picture is when I started around 2008. I was 16, turning 17. Obviously, I'm skinny. That is an ROTC uniform. I was in ROTC in high school. I did not serve in the military, all right? Anyways, I started skinny and I wanted to gain muscle and strength, you guys. And it was intimidating at first getting started, being young and going into a gym where it was mostly, other men with men's strength and women that were super fit as well. So it was intimidating at first. And to begin with, I was shy growing up. I was more mature for my age and stuff. I always have been. And so didn't have a ton of friends either. I'm a more introverted person, still how I am. And then worst of all these things was I lacked confidence and purpose, okay? But training, getting into the gym and following proper nutrition and lifestyle practices, that became my purpose. And it helped me in all these areas and more. And it got me on a good track despite the challenges I had growing up with making friends and with fitting in, with being quiet and just more to myself in general and just not really having a purpose. But this became my purpose, guys. All right. And by the time I was in latter part of college, around maybe 21 years old, I was starting to get more intermediate to maybe closer to even advanced with my training in terms of my training stage. It was more of a lifestyle at this point. I've always had to balance my training around other things going on. Growing up, it was school. And then for years, it's been work. All right. And even in college, I was waking at 4 a.m. during my college years to train around a full-time school and a part-time work schedule. My first job, I worked part-time opening a gym. It opened at 5 a.m. Be waking at 3 a.m. to open that gym. Open the gym at 5 a.m. All right? I've always had things to balance my training around. You can as well. And the pursuit of training hard, help set the tone for all you do, guys, with school, with work, with business, everything, guys, all right? And I studied, actually, believe it or not, I studied accounting and economics in school, all right? And I've been a CPA now for what's it been? It's been approaching 7 years now. I've been a CPA. I went into public accounting from school. I did financial statement auditing for years. Yeah, nearly 8 years I was in that field. I did what was it? Yeah, because seven busy seasons I did, and then an internship year. Okay, our hours during the season, I worked nearly 60 hours a week, and including being out of town sometimes for travel, guys. I had to be either waking up at 3 a.m. to train, or training after long work days of doing mentally demanding, strenuous work. Okay, and again, I did financial statement auditing, and ultimately, I didn't like that field. I'm no longer in it, but I learned some valuable things from it and picked up some good skill sets, guys. I was like a figure outer and a fire putter outer. I was a go-to type guy. I could solve any kind of issues and help my coworkers and my clients do the same with financial statements, with doing the testing that we have to do for auditing, okay, and all kinds of stuff to do with the accounting books and such, right? But I became really good at mentoring and coaching others, my coworkers, with just doing the proper audit practices, how to set up their work papers to be doing the work the right way, to document things, and how to be balancing financial statements, which in auditing, guys, we typically do and prepare the financial statements for our clients. All right, it's one of the trickier parts of the job for many. Okay, and I just found out how fulfilling that was for me with mentoring and coaching others. Okay, and again, ultimately, I did not. I That field wasn't for me. What happened, I experienced burnout multiple occasions, but one more major occasion where it was like a couple months. I just wasn't feeling myself, guys. And in that process, with that happening and having experienced that, it made me realize that just wasn't my purpose to be in that field, which I knew for some time that it wasn't the right field for me, but I was trying to transition to something else in accounting, outside of public accounting. And I was at a stage that I wasn't acquiring any further skills and knowledge nor connections to be learning to be doing the kind of things that I would want to be doing. I determined it was okay. This isn't my purpose. It's time to become self-employed as well. I love working with clients and helping people, but I did not like it with an employee arrangement where I was working for someone else as an employee, and dealing with bosses whom they're not even the ones paying me. I just did not. I just turned out I was not cut out for that, which I would not have guessed growing up. I was not entrepreneurial growing up. Okay, I ended up leaving the firm abruptly, obviously giving proper notice, but I left the firm abruptly when I was an audit manager, and I was seemingly on a partner track because again I saw it was not my purpose, and that I was called to be doing this with coaching others and helping them crush their fitness goals. All right, and then the last thing I want to tell you about myself. I worked with an IFBB pro coach named James Davis in the South Florida area for over 5 years, whom I learned greatly under. And I just took my physique and my training to the next levels working with him. It was a great experience. I learned tons under him. Also got some stuff fixed up with an injury that I just was struggling to train around and to get to heal on my own. Okay? And guys, this is a common theme with life, with fitness, with business, with relationships, with anything. The people that get the most done the quickest and learn it the most effectively, they get mentors or coaches to help them to learn it faster, to help them with the implementation, to learn things that these people have learned to apply from the books, that it's not just the knowledge side, but it's the wisdom side. They know the knowledge to apply, and they know how to apply it. This is a very common theme, guys. Okay, so there is nothing to be ashamed of with asking for help with anything in this world, let alone stuff that's just so important like fitness that just it's not rocket science, but there is a science behind it, and it just has such profound effects with just our health, mental, physical, and else. So anyways, I hope that inspires you guys that you can get this done as well, guys. You totally can with anything you want to do, not just fitness too. Okay, guys, so now we're getting into the part where I'm going to be teaching you how I'm going to be sharing insights with you and teaching you how you can do this yourself, and also telling you about what I do as an online fitness coach. Okay. And it's all geared to help you to crush your fitness and training goals. All right. What I do is I do one-to-one online coaching where I personally coach and mentor and teach you. Okay. First, I'm going to do a high-level overview of what it is that entails, what I do, and then I'm going to break it down further. Okay, let's do the overview first. Number one is assessment work. Everything should start with assessment work. When you're coaching or mentoring or teaching someone something, you got to assess where they're at. The assessment work is really like tied in with 2 through 5 of training, nutrition and supplementation, lifestyle, and then mindset, because the assessment work sets up and figures it gives me what I need to know with what you should be doing with those things, okay? And then 6 is coaching and teaching. And coaching and teaching is tying everything together with teaching you with how I did the assessment work, how I determined what I determined to set up what I did for you, and helping you to just implement and to continue following the right things that you need to be doing to getting the results you want. All right, guys, so let's break this down further now, each of the 6 steps. Number 1, assessment work. I repeat again, guys, everything starts with assessment work. All right, with everything. In the assessment work, it's basically just we just do a video call over Zoom, and I'm gonna learn and relearn about things and go deeper into where you're currently at, what your goals are, where it is you're looking to get to. All right, and just the challenges and struggles that you're facing as I figure out what kind of training, nutrition, lifestyle plans that you need, what kind of mindset you need as well. All right. And, the things I'm going to be asking you about with the training, it's going to be with, I'm going to be learning about, are there exercises that you feel have worked well based on what you've done? Or are there movement patterns or exercises that have either gotten you hurt before that do not agree with you or that you're not comfortable doing? I'm going to be learning about your time constraints and your schedule constraints. How many days a week do you want to work out? How many are you able to? And what, how much time do you have to devote? When are you going to do it during the day? Is it going to be first thing in the morning before work? Is it going to be after the long day, at the lunch hour, or any time in between? Okay, I'm going to learn about those kinds of things. I'm going to be learning about things you've been doing in the past. If you have training logs, whether they be written or electronic, I can review those. If you have physique pics already of current and of past, I can review those as well to start, to get as much insights as I can in terms of your structure and just with where you want to get to. Okay, if what kind of physique, what you're looking to look like. All right. That, and also with this is a big side as well, is with where you're going to be training. Is it in a gym or is it in your home? And what's your equipment access? Because that's really what I'm trying to get down to, is what is your equipment access? What do you have access to use? What are the tools that we're going to use to get you the physique you want with the training side? All right. And I have been around to so many gyms, you guys. I always have multiple gym memberships open at a time. I've used so much different equipment. I've been in this a long time, and I know the equipment, and it's gonna give me considerations I'm gonna account for to write your training and nutrition and your training plan. All right. With the nutrition side, the assessment work, I'm gonna learn about what you enjoy eating, what you do not enjoy eating, any foods that do not agree with you, any kind of experiences you've had with in terms of what you found works or doesn't work, if there's any insights, right? I'm going to learn about, again, with your schedule and your work demands and life demands. What will you be able to follow? How many meals are you able to eat? What times can you eat them? All right. And is it something that's always pretty much the same, or does it change? Like with Matisse, his work schedule is kind of crazy, right? With working different shifts, not always 9 to 5. I'm going to learn about all these kinds of things. I'm going to learn about if it's going to be better with if you just have to only eat meals, or is it going to be better we have meals as well as snacks? Also, what times will the meals occur in relation to if you're training? All right, that's going to give me considerations too in terms of what I program when. Okay, then the assessment work with the lifestyle. I'm going to learn about with your lifestyle, which a lot of us, it's sedentary type lifestyles. If we're working on computers in an office, or even if it's on our phones, if you're in an online business as well, you're doing a mix of those things. And I'm going to learn about that. With most of us are too sedentary. I'm going to learn about any challenges you have and what we need to be helping you do to be managing your stress better and to be sleeping better. Here's some things I can share really specifically now with the lifestyle. A lot of us, myself included, A lot of us have challenges, not only with the sedentary lifestyle, but with having the right practices that we're doing in the hours that we're kind of winding down from the day before we go to sleep. The blue screens with the phones and computers, not really optimal for us to be having our eyes glued to right before we're going to bed. And sometimes we can't avoid it, right? Myself included. But these are just the considerations I'm going to be assessing with, how your schedule looks in the day and how your lifestyle is. There are things that you're doing with just having fun, partying and goofing off that are causing roadblocks for you that I have to help you to have better procedures to be doing with your life, better lifestyle practices. All right, I'm going to be assessing what those things are. Okay, again, guys, assessment work with the mindset, which basically I'm just going to assess very simply. Either do you currently have the mindset where you have that I can help you, or can I help you to get to that mindset that you need to do this? And guys, this I'm giving away entirely because mindset, it's totally implementation what we're doing. Guys, this is the exact mindset of what you need to be successful with anything, let alone fitness. You need to be able to push yourselves to work hard and follow the plans despite the challenges that come up. Okay. But if circumstances do arise and we cannot follow the plans, we can't get discouraged, and we just got to either hone in better to follow them, or more likely make adjustments and make adaptations and be adaptable to be able to stay on the right track and do the best we can. Guys, a lot of you, the business and the career is your top priority, and the training, we have to fit into that. And so that's what this part comes into, with making adjustments and adaptations. All right, because sometimes with the business stuff changes for you. You could have one kind of work schedule, and all of a sudden you're going to be maybe working in a different location, or just your schedule is different. You're on the road sometimes, or just some weeks it's like you got to meet with clients and stuff. You're going to be eating out with them and entertaining them, and it just changes your whole schedule. And guys, the last part with the mindset is you got to be able to believe that we can achieve your goals. That you can achieve your goals, that you're going to progress, that you're going to keep progressing, get on a track to keep progressing for as long as you work with me and beyond, and that you're just going to apply the principles, and you're going to do the inputs, okay, that you will achieve. Guys, that's literally the whole mindset. That's all there is to that. Okay, guys, so that's the assessment work. We're going to be having a conversation, and I'm going to be learning about all these things, and just in figuring out as proactively as I can what your challenges are going to be, so I can not only write the best plans for you based on your goals and based on what you can do, but to kind of anticipate the challenges that we can reasonably predict you're going to have. All right, that's what the assessment work. That's the purpose with that. All right, and now let's go over to training. All right. Training is, you're going to know exactly what you need to do in the gym or at home. If you're working out at home, you're going to know exactly what you need to be doing with your training. Okay. I write the program where you know what exactly the exercises, the loads, the amount of sets, the number of reps, the rest periods, okay, how long to be resting between sets, the tempos as well. The tempos are to do with this is a very important thing. How long you take to be lifting and lowering the weight when you're performing the repetitions, and if there's any pauses in the transitions between lowering and lifting the weights. Okay, all these things are going to be spelled out for you and explained and taught to you what to be doing. You're going to know exactly what to be doing. All right. Same thing with the equipment, what equipment to be using and such. Okay, and then I have an exercise video library, guys, where I teach you exactly how to perform the movements. The videos are professionally shot, and they're of me on the gym floor teaching you and just talking and explaining how to do the movements, what kind of equipment to be using, where to position your hands, how to grip things, where to position your feet, and just how to set up the machine so that way it's fitting your body and your structure and your height and such, and so that way you're doing the movements properly, right? How to set your joints to the pivot points of the machines, just how to just unracking bars and such. All of it's going to be covered with that. And you have access continually, which we're going to go over more. You're going to have access continually to be learning the proper exercise technique from me as well. I don't just give you the videos and set you free. You have continued access to learn outside of the videos as well. All right, guys. And with the training, there's some insights I'm going to share with you then that's going to help you. You can even just take these insights and just try to do it yourself and improve from what you're doing now, guys. You're going to have a mix of both compound exercises and isolation type exercises, single joint type exercises. The compound lifts are ones where more than one joint is changing angles during the movement. So they work more musculature, more bang for your buck with those movements. These are your squats, deadlifts, bench presses or incline presses, shoulder presses, bent over rows or other types of rowing movements, lat pull downs, pull ups, what else? Upright rows, lunges, leg presses. Okay, these kinds of movements. Those are the compound lifts, but we also have isolation exercises. We need a mix of both of those types of movements. The isolation exercises, one joint is changing angles during the movement. That's like bicep curls, tricep extensions, lateral raises, for shoulders, leg extensions and leg curls, calf raises. Okay, we need the right mix of these movements in the right proportions, right, the right overall volume and mix of them, and then also in the right order. Order is a really big thing with creating a training program. I need to structure it in a way that you're training safely by being properly warmed up and primed. And depending with what stage you're at and what your goals are and your abilities and just what works for you, some of you can be getting into compound lifts first. Others need to do isolationary exercises first to get warmed up better. Or some of you, with the compound lifts or with more, you may need to still start with less complicated movements before the more complicated movements, just to properly warm up your body and prime your body the best way to be warmed up and to be lowering risks of just getting hurt and such. And it also serves to be building your physique the way you want. I'm always getting my clients, and I'm always working myself too at my physique to have better balance, to be more proportional, and not just only my arms are coming up, or only my legs are coming up, or only my chest is being built up. And then we want everything coming up at a good proper pace based on where we're at and what we need to do for proper balance, because we want a balanced physique because it's going to look better. And you're going to, and if you avoiding muscular imbalances lowers risks of injuries and such. Okay, even if they're just sometimes not acute injuries that are just happen really spontaneously, but things that develop over time. Okay, guys, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing with the training program, and it gives you some insights how you should structure your training as well, with having a mix of compound lifts, like the big lifts, right, with squatting, benching, deadlifting, as well as isolation exercises, and figuring out a good order to be doing them in. And again, it can be over 2 to 4 or more days a week in the gym. But if you guys that are busy that don't want to be in the gym more, it can be 3 days, even some people for 2, right? Like with the case studies I showed you. Okay, guys, that covers training pretty well. Now let's go over with nutrition and supplementation. Again, same theme. If I tell you exactly what to be doing with a nutrition plan and with a supplement plan. I'll tell you too, with the supplements, it's all over the counter. Guys, I don't deal in anything with synthetic, with pharmaceuticals, with drugs. Everything's over the counter, and the supplement side is the smallest side of this. It is much more about the nutrition, guys, and you don't have to do any supplements if you don't want to either. You do not have to do any supplements if you do not want to. Guys, with the nutrition, I'm going to write a plan telling you exactly what to do. I'm going to write it where, unless this is too structured for you and you need more of kind of an overall guidance. But what I prefer to do and what I do for you is I tell you exactly what to eat, when, and in what quantities. Okay. And again, it gets factored in with how often you can eat, what times you can eat based on your schedule. It factors in just when are the meals in relation to when you're working out. That changes what kind of foods I pick for you to eat if you're eating a meal before you work out versus after you work out and such. Okay, it changes everything. Okay, and to share you some insights with the nutrition, this is exactly what I do for myself and for my clients. Guys, if you're looking to gain muscle, you need to be eating in a calorie surplus. If you're looking to lose fat, you need to be eating in a calorie deficit. Okay, it's the net calorie balance that always dictates how your weight's changing, and having the right macronutrient profile with not only absolute amounts of carbs, proteins, and fats, but the relative amounts, the percentages of each. That's what helps you to be getting the body composition you want. With it's gaining muscle, not just gaining straight weight, and you're getting leaner, and you're losing fat. Okay, this is how it gets done. Okay. The calorie balance is what dictates how your weight's changing. And then you got to get into the macronutrients as well in order to get, the right kind of weight change with muscle gain and with fat loss, guys. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to, again, you're going to be eating foods you enjoy, not having foods you don't enjoy, and it's going to work. It's going to work for you with your schedule and with just even your food access, guys. I work with even people outside of the States, and it works, and it's going to work with what foods you can get. All right. Okay, so that covers the nutrition side, and basically some other tips to give you with the nutrition, guys. Like everyone's pretty much, I'm going to have it so that every meal you have, I always want you getting protein with the meals, okay? And we need to be structuring it where you're getting the right kind of carbs at the right times, which is basically going to be geared to be fueling your training and also recovering from your training. All right, because when you train hard in the gym with lifting, you lower your glycogen levels and such, and we need to give you carbs to get those back up and to help you with recovering and stuff. Okay, so that's to give you some more insights with that, and also we need to be having the healthy fats that we want you consuming at the right times as well. Which one thing I'll tell you, you don't want to be having high fat meals before workouts because that can mess with your stomach for any kind of exercise for that matter. Okay, we need to structure the fat more at the times where we purposely want to be slowing down the rate of digestion, because dietary fat slows down the rate of digestion. There are strategic times that we want to be doing this. It could be with first meals a day, could be with last meals a day, but it's going to depend. When are you training? What times are you training, and what are your overall needs? Okay, so hopefully that shares some insights for you guys, so you can take some of these insights and use them yourself. This is exactly what I'm going to be doing if you work with me. Okay, I'm telling you the exact things we're going to be doing. I'm just going to be helping you to implement it and apply the principles exactly to what you'd be doing for the best results. Okay, guys, now with the number 4 is the lifestyle. Guys, I'm going to be setting up a plan again to advise you with what you should be doing with lifestyle to help manage your stress better, okay? In order to get proper sleep. Obviously, I'm going to tell you, you need to be getting proper sleep, but that maybe isn't actionable enough. I'm going to help you picking good activities to be doing that are going to help you get better sleep at night and stuff. And it's also going to come down to your nutrition plan with what's the last meal you're eating of the day, with, whatever, an hour or 2 or 3 before you go to bed. I'm going to be helping you with all these things, guys. And again, with also just keeping you on track. If you're just currently just doing a lot of goofing around with partying and drinking and going out, and we need to help you to hone in a bit, so that way you're not just undoing the work that you're doing in the gym and stuff, and that your lifestyle is supporting those goals while you're still having fun though and enjoying life as well, guys. This is what I'm going to help you do with the lifestyle, is helping you find the right balance, which all this has been around balance, right? All of it. The training. You don't train every day. You train and then you recover from it and you balance it within your day. The nutrition, again, it's all about balance. You're not going to be eating only chicken and broccoli. You're going to be eating foods you enjoy, and you're going to be eating things in the right portions. Lifestyle too. It's about balance. Okay, and mindset, we already went over that one. Okay. Number 6, coaching and teaching. This is where it all comes like full circle, and I help you implement and stay on track and progress properly, guys, so that way you reach your goals. Guys, the coaching and the teaching, here's exactly what I do. We will be in messaging communication where you have access to me via text or WhatsApp, and you can be asking me questions. You can be sending me your exercise video so I can watch you performing the exercises and give you feedback how you're doing with your form and technique. If I need to, I'll be making videos exactly for you based on what you're doing with the exercise to teach you things with whether it be how to position yourself better, how to perform the movement better, so that way you're performing them the most effectively and safely that you can. You can be asking me questions with when things come up like, hey, I got a client meeting today and I'm going to have to be eating out. You can send me the menu. I'll take a look at it and give you some guidance. If you have something come up where you got to switch up your workout shift, or if you're on a 3-day-a-week split and you just got to do 2 days this week, there's just no way around it. I'll help you to figure out, well, do you need to maybe just skip this workout, or do we just need to compress your training from 2 days into 1 day? And I'll help you with how to do that. Or if you're out of town, you're out of town for business, you're working out on the road, I'll help you to make adjustments if the equipment's different there and such. Okay, these are the kind of things you're going to have access to me with messaging. And this for support too. I'm going to proactively message you as well without you reaching out to me and be checking in. as well as I see it's needed. All right. So that's one way. You have access to me with messaging, and then you have access to me with, we're going to do email check-ins where you're going to, you're going to give me feedback about how you're doing, how well you've complied with things. How did you do with the workout program? What exactly did you do? I did this, here's what I did with my workout. You send me your workout log. Physique pics as well, seeing that you're moving in the right direction with your physique, whether it's, you're looking to get tighter and leaner, or you're looking to gain muscle. And again, assessing that I see the muscle is going on in the right areas that we're working to build up to build your best physique. Okay, so again, email check-ins. And also video calls on Zoom where we talk and we go over things, and I, reinforce things and keep you accountable and motivate you in real time, just in a conversation like we were right there, only it's over Zoom. All right. Those are the ways I get this done, and all of them work together. And I can't remember if I told you this, but assessment work happens at all times. But it's so important up front because we got to get off on the right track. We got to get as much figured out as we can. We got to have, for you folks, that things really change at a fast pace for you at business with your schedule. We got to figure out good contingency ideas for how to handle things as they come up too, that for many would throw them off track. Okay. But the assessment work is ongoing throughout. And guys, that's literally how I help you to it's mostly implementation is what it is I'm doing. I'm helping you to implement. Guys, we're wrapping up. I appreciate you staying tuned and taking your valuable time and stuff to be doing this. Guys, here's how we're wrapping up. If this resonates with you and you want to achieve your best physique despite the challenges you face from business and career and else, you either believe you can do it despite those challenges, or you expect that you can come to believe. All right, guys, I'd love to help you make it happen. If you're well situated with your finances and are ready to invest in help, I want you to book a call with me in Calendly below right now. Guys, it's a no obligation call. It's going to be super chill. There's not going to be any pressure. And we're just going to talk about, we're going to talk about these things, guys. We're going to talk about 1, where you're currently at. 2, what are your goals and where would you like to get to? And 3, what's holding you back from getting there? What are the challenges or things that you feel are holding you back from building your best physique? And I'm going to even start assessment work right during this time to diagnose kind of what's going on with what's holding you back and what you need to do to be improving it. The process is going to start there. And I'm going to give you specific insights to it with your situation that even if you don't choose to work with me, you're going to have something to take with you and make improvements from what you're doing. You're going to have insights to help you reach your goals, all right, with gaining muscle, gaining strength, getting leaner, okay? And finally, then the last part with the call is if we both feel like, yeah, this could be a good fit, I think I can help you and stuff, I'm going to show you, I'll go over more how it would look specifically for you to work with me, all right, for me to help you to implement exactly what you need to be doing, guys, and I'll make you an offer, okay? And hopefully you're ready to go, right? But if not, there won't be any worries. Won't be any worries or any hard feelings at all, okay? It's not going to be any pressure, all right? So you have nothing. So in other words, you have nothing to lose but plenty to gain by getting on a call with me, all right? Nothing to lose and plenty to gain, all right? If as long as you're serious and are able to financially to commit, okay? Guys, I really hope to see you on a call, but if not of interest or you're not quite situated to hire a coach, here's what I want you to do then. I want you to I want you to subscribe on YouTube, all right? And I want you to continue or start to follow my Instagram, which I link below. Both of these platforms, I teach and share loads of knowledge for free with my content just to help you. And guys, even if you message me and stuff on Instagram, you have a specific question about stuff, I happily share knowledge with you guys when you ask me questions. I happily share knowledge. Comment or send me a message, all right? But I really hope to see you on the call. And if you're ready, if you're ready with the mindset and financially, I'd like to see you on a call, guys. So click the link below in my Calendly to schedule. Guys, that concludes, all right? Thanks so much for staying tuned, and I look forward to seeing you.